morning, everybody. Guess what? It's not Tuesday. It's Wednesday. It is the 14th now already. I cannot believe that it is just about mid-October already. And so that makes it Vlogtober day 14. I am really sorry. Guess what? I did not pick up the camera at all yesterday. My son and I just had some personal things to take care of, and there was nothing to film. I did not get to do any of the projects that I intended to do yesterday, but that's okay. So we got other things accomplished, and that's always good when you get things accomplished. I am now on the work commute to go in for one of my early morning few hours, get some computer work done, and then I have a phone call this afternoon to discuss a pending trip coming up later this year. And then I have to tear up the vinyl in the back room of my house, the area where my kitties hang out, where their litter boxes are, where my back door is, because the gentleman who was working on my laundry room and put the floors in back there is coming back to finish and work on, or at least start the finish, to work on my floor back there, and the door will be replaced. I have a vintage door I've purchased. So yeah, that won't be until later this afternoon when he comes around 4 or 5. So my son and I are going to work on tearing up the vinyl back there. Anyway, that should be, you know, little housework, interesting stuff there going on. And yeah, so I've got my day cut out for me. It is 52 today, so not, excuse me, this morning. It's going to warm up, I'm sure, but it is 52 right now, so I've had a little bit of heat on the car just to clear the windows. And hopefully it's going to be a good day. Definitely will be a busy day. And let's see, what else? Okay, so not yesterday, but the last time I spoke to you, I talked about a sewing project. So, I will go ahead and pop in a picture of the pattern that I'm planning on using right out here. So this is a vintage reproduction simplicity pattern, repro from the 30s, and I am going to be making a combination of one of these. I'm not making it exactly like any of them. I'm going to use the flutter sleeve bodice, and I am going to use the overlay skirt that is on the wedding gown to make a nice blue formal. I am not 100% decided on the length yet. I may go all out and go long, or I don't know, T-length. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm kind of leaning toward long, because I'm coordinating it, and it will coordinate with long. So, let's see, what else? So I have actually, I had the pattern in my stash. So the main body fabric that I am going to use is an ice blue, kind of like a crepe but it has like moire pattern on it. It's vintage, and I have got 6 yards of it, 1 yard of which has like some age fading. So as long as I have, I mean, with 6 yards, I definitely have enough to do the bodice. And that's my only main concern, that I definitely want to use it for the bodice. If for some reason I don't have enough for the skirt, I can just get something to coordinate that's plain, because what I'm going to use for the overlay is just light blue tulle. So that will, cover it anyway, so it won't matter too much. I went ahead and ordered a bolt because it was the cheapest way. Amazon had, I think it was like $9 for a 40-yard bolt of 54-inch tulle. So I went ahead and ordered that because the rest of the tulle might come in handy. Anyway, that is my project. I'm going to muslin the bodice because I want to make sure it fits really well, and I don't want to gamble. I have plenty of muslin to do that with, and it shouldn't be a big deal. I have the flutter sleeves, so I don't have to worry about fitting sleeves. I like flutter sleeves because my arms are like my least favorite. My entire life, my upper arms have been my bane of existence. Okay, that's being a little dramatic, but yeah. Even when things fit, a lot of times the bicep was always tight. So anyway, and as I get older, that's not any better. So anyway, I think the flutter sleeve will be great. And it is, just that basic sweetheart neckline, and it has that little drop at the waist. It's kind of a V shape curve, if I'm remembering it correctly, because obviously I don't have it in front of me as I'm driving. So anyway, that is the plan. But the pattern goes up all the way up to a 24. And I don't think I'm going to need a bust as big as a 24. Plus, I haven't even opened the pattern to see, okay, what's the ease on this thing? Because usually these modern repros have a lot of ease in them, and I want it to fit nicely, but yet comfortably, particularly in the waistline. So anyway, I have to dig out that pattern because, of course, everything is piled up in that room, and I can't even get to my pattern shelf right now. But at least I know I have it. I know I have the fabric, and I am 75% sure I have a zipper for it too. So to sew something from stash, and I'm sure I have light blue thread. If I can do this all from stash, with the exception of the tulle, which is, pennies basically, that will be fantastic. And that way I can spend money on shoes, because shoes, when I said to my husband the other day, I was like, then I just have to look for shoes. He's like, are you kidding? No. He's like, you need shoes. He knows how many shoes I have. Anyway, I've got maybe about 5 more minutes before I get to work, but I'm gonna go ahead and sign off now. I'll sign off. I'm gonna say I'll talk to you later, because yeah, that's all I have to say right now. When I get the fabric out and all stuff, I will of course share that with you, but it's definitely not going to be a project I'm going to put off. Since I have the materials, I am going to get started on this ASAP, because I do not want to be last minute stressed sewing again. The last time I sewed anything was a year ago. I was making a gown for our Best of the Best award ceremony for work, and I just ran out of time. I didn't get it finished, and And so that's the green dress, if you've noticed, that still sits on my sewing mannequin. So yeah, that's not, yeah, that was just a bad situation all around. So anyway, that's gonna be it for me for now, and I will talk to you in a bit. Okay, so I'm out here in the back room now, just starting to get the back door open. All the junk I have to sort through. Floor starting to tear up. The old vinyl got paint on it. That was just terrible, wasn't it? Why don't I just do this? Yeah. So there's the old vinyl floor I'm starting to tear out. And yeah. So the guy will be here later this afternoon, hopefully. And either way, I'm glad to get this garbage out here. It's gorgeous outside. Take a peek. How nice it is. There's all our wood that we hauled out the other day. This is the old garbage door. I am thrilled to be getting rid of soon. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for the next little bit. And we'll see what else I get onto. Oh, also, I booked my 2 hotels for my traveling on the way out and on the way back for the little trip I am going to be taking. Next up is booking a rental car, and I will probably put that through tomorrow. Good evening, everyone. I thought I would just pop on quickly here and fill you in and say goodnight on what happened the last few hours. It's been such a crazy, mentally hectic day today. And it's just been draining more mentally than physically, and I'm like really tired from that right now. But I wanted to fill you in on the back room stuff. So the guy came and he looked at what he was going to need to do, what supplies he might need for... Who's being bad over there? Cats. And of course that's the storage of the stuff for the dining room is in that room now. Anyway, he looked to see what he was going to need. I did tear out all the vinyl. Liam came and finished that for me when I had to leave. So that's all cleared out. So we'll have a nice, clean, solid surface to lay the new flooring on. Why I'm pausing so much is that mental fatigue. He's going to start with the fixing the hole and the damage from the rain that rotted through at the base of the door. So he's going to come Friday evening and give it start that. So I also wanted to talk to you again about my dress that I'm working on. Not yet, not officially. I guess I pulled the pattern. I went in and moved some things around so I could actually access my patterns. I know I posted the picture of this before, or at least I will when I upload this, but here is the pattern again. So here's this, the wedding dress is the full length with a lace overlay. So I'm basically going to do this with a tulle overlay, but I'm doing this dress. So the skirt's exactly everything I'm making looks like this, except it will have the overlay on the skirt. So yeah, the flutter sleeves, it's so simple and basic. It should not be complicated, and I'm going to do the tulle over. Now, this goes from a 16 to a 24, so I should have no problem in sizing. And this is 1930s retro. This is Simplicity 4270, if anybody is looking for that. And let me tell you what year this one came out. Let's see, this is from 2006. So I knew it was earlier. I mean, I knew it's been a while since I had purchased this one. I've also selected some shoes that I'm going to get to match that are 30s styled Miss Elfire's. At first I was going for a silver shoe, but then I realized that there were these blue suede ones that would be even better, and I would get more use out of a blue shoe later on than I ever would a silver shoe. And also the blue shoes are about $30 less. So if I'm gonna invest in one of my favorite brands, I want it to be something that I'm going to be able to wear again. So here's the fabric. I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera. And like I said, I have 6 yards of this. I forget the width. Might be vintage width. But it definitely, or in my notes it says that one has a fading stain, 1 yard has a fade stain across it. And I do kind of remember that when I was measuring it and laying it out and seeing what I had. But it's a very icy, not a baby blue, but it looks more icy looking than something that was solid like baby blue, like a satin. So I think that makes it nice for a winter event, almost winter event. Yeah, and I really had no idea what I was ever going to use this for, since I inherited this fabric from a friend of mine. But because how many formals do I have to make? So anyway, this I think is going to be great. I should be able to squeeze out the skirt, since it's not really a full skirt, it's an A-line. I haven't, pulled out the pattern pieces or anything like that yet. So I'm going to need to do that, and I'll probably need to do that upstairs because they're huge and it will be destroyed down here. And plus I have a room, so I will just have to make space to squeeze in there. Maybe pull some things out and put them in the attic or something to clear some room so I can work in there. But yeah, here's this drawing, has it in like a blue. So that kind of gives an idea. Except it'll have the flutter sleeves. I love the flutter sleeves. I'm so happy that I had this pattern. It doesn't even look like it has darts. I don't think it has any bust darts. It looks like it's just gathered on the sides, which will make it even more simple. Yeah, it's gathered. You just get ruched just gently on each side. Can you see that, what I'm talking about here? Maybe in the drawing. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, there's no bust darts. There's no waist darts. Wonder if it's on the bias. Let's hope it's not on the bias, because it might not have enough fabric. But anyway, I will figure it out. Whatever it is, it's gonna be this. And hopefully I'll be able to get it out of the fabric. If not the skirt, I will be able to get at least the bodice. And like I think I mentioned earlier, I ordered tulle. I'm getting 40 yards. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I mentioned that earlier. 40 yards of tulle because it was less than $10. And the rest will get used. So yeah, that's about all I have for this evening. No, it still wasn't a very interesting day. Most of it was just a lot of communication and discussing things with people and trying to sort things out. Being a, what would you say, trying to be helpful and supportive for dealing with semi-crisis. It's okay. So we're on the right track, and I know I'm being very cryptic with this. So hopefully, eventually, I will be able to give some more details. But that's all I've got for now. So I hope you guys had a wonderful day, and I don't know what tomorrow's going to be. I just know it's going to be another work morning, and I'll see what I get up to during the rest of the day. So have a good night, everybody, and thanks for watching. Bye.